Okay. All right, hello.
Hello.
This is part of the Regine crew standing in front of our newly horizontal poster, consumer participation poster. So thanks to everyone who agreed to shift along a bit to make space.
Horizontal.
We just wanted to give a quick update on what we thought were some of the highlights from today's session. So, Regina, what did you think?
Well, I really liked the session on medicinal cannabis. I thought, what's his name? Linus or whatever his name was very...
Nicholas Zeris.
Yep. It was very amusing but informative presentation on evidence of medicinal cannabis, and just some of the groups and some of the names of the different types of cannabis products and so on. I thought it was very interesting. How about you, Tessa?
My highlight was about lived experience and the role of peers, and that just to me highlighted how much of a role stigma plays as a barrier to accessing treatment, and how the consumer voice can be a real point of changing that in treatment organisations.
Yeah, I think the 5-minute poster presentation we had from the MSIC, the staff and consumers at MSIC, that was really powerful demonstration of just how consumer voice can really drive practical change and meaningful change in practice by police and treatment providers.
That's right. Yeah. Well, they called the participants researchers as well. I thought that was great. It was fantastic.
I really like Nadine Ezard's brief talk about her work on lisdexamphetamine, the trial that she's running, and that was instigated by the suggestion of one of her patients in the stimulant treatment clinic. So that
that's right. That's true. Yeah, that was really cool.
I thought Jeff Gallup's
I
this
love
morning
that.
was terrific about
deliberative democracy.
Yeah, and the need for for us to be engaged in the political process and understand the political process and advocating for change.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting too. With use of citizen councils, how they can be more useful, another useful means of driving policy, driving policy in this country. Yeah. So, but I really like Carla Trelaw's. I think it's Substance Stories or something. I can't remember the website, but just the whole thing about using narratives to have a different way of looking at drug use and people's experience of drug use. I think that was very interesting, especially the how they drew the connection between people maintaining their health even though they were using illicit substances. So there you go.
Yeah. There are lots of good resources being presented today. So like Our Stories, I think was being presented as well.
Yeah. Turning Tina.
Yeah, Turning Tina, that was terrific. Simon Ruth was just talking about the Touchbase website as well. So it's just lots of really good stuff.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. And I think too, like I was saying before, one of the emerging themes from a whole lot of presentations was about the role of stigma, and how that creates barriers to people seeking treatment, and acknowledging that there is an issue that they need to work with in the first place. I think in one of the sessions we were hearing firsthand from the audience examples of the impacts that have been experienced by particularly young people as a result of the scare campaigns, the federal scare campaigns, and when they were disclosing their methamphetamine use to their families were panicking because they'd seen the ads and they thought that automatically meant that these unrealistic things were going to happen, and some were getting kicked out of home, and others were being cut off from family relationships at a time where they really needed that sort of support.
Yeah, there was another research, wasn't it, the one in the afternoon where he was saying that around the Western Australian one, when he was saying the whole thing around stigma, around those campaigns, it really had put a spanner in the works in terms of people coming to use treatment. So that was, and I think the consumer engagement's been very strong too. So, I've been very impressed by that. Very impressive. Things are shifting.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
Indeed.
Yes.
It's good signs.
Good signs.
All right.
Thanks very much.
Good.
Bye-bye, everyone.
My arm's starting to shake, so we'll cut it there.
Yes,
and
we'll be updating tomorrow.
We'll give you an update tomorrow. All right. Cheers. Ciao for now. Follow the APSAD hashtag
follow
on Twitter. Yep. Okay. That's it for now. Bye-bye.